It's back to school time at Russ Suit Up for Less, but school's not the only thing returning. You'll find out to what I am referring, provided you stay tuned. There I am at my post, awaiting the day's beginning at Russ Suit Up for Less. I wait vigilantly for the store manager to arrive. I feel like that when you're early, you're on time. And when you're on time, you're late. At last, in we go. Of course, I know that Macy won't be arriving. She's on a 2-week vacation, and as I mentioned in the last segment, rumor has it that she went on a Caribbean cruise with one of the technicians from Christian Brothers Automotive. Which one? Well, it is... Alas, it's not Terrence. She said no to Ralph. She gave Owen the heave-ho. She slapped Ian in the face. More than once. Roxy? Surely not. Which, by process of elimination, means that our Macy went on a Caribbean cruise on the Love Boat with Clyde. Exciting and new. Macy has now returned to our midst. However, she hasn't talked at all about her experiences with Clyde. From this point, I lead the charge back to the stockroom, hoping against hope that it's all set up and ready to go. Through the doors, I see... Oh no, it resembles the aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster that happened in 1986. Nevertheless, it provides us with the challenges necessary to get our day off to a dynamic start. Which brings me to a salient question. What is the impact on the employees in a store, in this case Russ Suit Up for Less, when one or more employees call out, don't come to work, or plain just don't show up? What is the impact? The answer? The work literally piles up, and there are fewer of us to contend with that work, and maybe those of us who showed up for work would like to get off on time, but we can't because there are those who don't come to do their jobs. Now that I have excoriated the indolent, it is time to recognize the responsible, those employees who go above and beyond, Yes, it's time for my video true cards. To Lily, even though you only work about once a week, when you do come, you are a dynamo. No Hummer or blue bins, including the dreaded ladies section, are too much for you to handle. Great work. My next video true card goes to one of my trainees. Yes, I hand molded them, which could explain a lot. To Denny. Likewise, you are only at our store about once a week. Nevertheless, when you are here, you are undaunted by all challenges. You steadfastly complete your responsibilities before departing. That is, except that you escaped on Tuesday, July 22nd, without tagging luggage, even though you promised you'd do it. Anyway, the next recipient of my Video True Card Award goes to a woman who has been at Russ Suit Up for Less since it opened back in 2014. To Izzy, thank you for expressing concern for me when I dropped and broke a candle. Likewise, when I spilled my caddy of supplies, time number 37. You are a caring person, and I appreciate it greatly. Of course, since I began working with you on December 11, 2024, you have told me to shut up exactly 3,813 times. So, why does an employee go above and beyond the call of duty? Is it because of extrinsic motivation in the form of recognition, or is it intrinsic motivation? Doing the job well because it makes that person feel great about himself or herself? Well, I will continue to recognize those who are apparently intrinsically motivated. Yes, one more true card will be awarded, a video true card, before this presentation is over. And in the course of doing our jobs, we have been receiving back-to-school items. That makes sense, it's late July. However, we have also been receiving Halloween-themed items. That's really scary. And speaking of being spooky, some of my fellow employees have vanished in recent weeks and months. Some of these previous employees have been great, some not so great. I'm going to speculate on what happened to these employees once they departed Russ Suit Up for Less. Up first is Dirk. He departed about 4 months ago. What is he up to now? Dirk has a love for dogs, and he has a lot of dogs. However, this may be taking his love for dogs a little too far. Our next dearly departed employee is Ainsley. Ah, yes, Ainsley. I loved working with her, as did others. She was a timeless individual, and that's what got her into trouble. Rumor has it that she is now a funeral planner. It doesn't bother her because she can be with other people who are late. Next, Here one day, gone the next employee is Maggie. Again, I truly loved working with Maggie, but she just vanished. Maggie loves anything Disney related, and as a matter of fact, in August she's planning to take a vacation to Disney World, so it makes sense that she would have this career. I understand that Maggie has a job portraying Princess Leia at Disney World, and her great friend Ainsley also suits up as R2-D2 on occasion. Our final employee on which to focus, who has departed Russ Suit Up for Less, hasn't really left. He's rarely ever at Russ Suit Up for Less, so I have the perfect career for him once he does finally leave. I'm referring, of course, to Mikey, our newest employee. He doesn't work at Russ Suit Up for Less very often, and should he decide to leave, he might enjoy the fast-paced, dynamic world of snail farming. Then again, maybe not. Compared to Mikey, those snails are pretty darn fast. I'm hoping that this video is working for you and you are compelled to click on like, subscribe, and on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload a new video. And now back to Retail Rob. As you may know, prior to my coming to Russ Suit Up for Less, I was a teacher for 40 years. I left my most recent teaching position abruptly on September 11, 2024, because the principal with whom I worked was totally untrustworthy and I had to get out of there. Fortunately, less than 3 months later, I was able to be hired at Russ, and also fortunately, I was able to work for one of the best possible people, and that is Jasper Barton. And for that reason, Jasper Barton is receiving my next video True card. To Jasper, you are truly a great person to work with. You truly care about each and every employee and are the epitome of what every manager should be. It is an honor to work with you each day. And if you would like to know more about my experiences in Liberty Public Schools, be sure to visit my YouTube channel. I made 31 videos detailing just how horrible it was to work in the school that I had been working in. I think you'll find them interesting. So, in this scene right here, it's pretty easy to tell that I am in the stockroom. However, we're going to play a little game to see if you can identify where I am in various parts of the store. We'll start with this first picture. Where am I? A, pets. B, automotive. C, ladies. D, toys. The correct answer is C, ladies. Here is the second picture. Where am I? A, kids. B, kitchen. C, men's. Or D, crafts. The correct answer is I am in B, kitchen. I hope you enjoyed playing Where Am I? More of those games are coming in future editions. And if we are already experiencing Halloween in July, what strange and unusual adventures will come to us in August and beyond? To find out, be sure you tune in the next thrilling edition of Retail Rock.